need to stop coddling men. Not in the 10% of men who are successful and have the pick of the litter. Figure out a way to join the 10%. Use your blugada. I'm tired. Like, women do everything to make themselves better, and men just want an excuse for the bare minimum. Read a book.
That always complain and crying and wonder why because he probably don't even like you.
They're always going to choose the option that benefits them the most. Crash out today.
I keep seeing on this Beyonce internet all this loneliness epidemic. Men are so lonely. No one gives a Y'all need to stop coddling men. Niggas need to figure out how to make money.
Niggas.
If you are not in the 10% of men who are successful and have the pick of the litter, figure out a way to join the 10%. It's really that.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No one is even telling you that you have to look good. No one is even telling you that you got to have a six-pack. Basically, it's just a money thing. And what I'm hearing a lot of niggas say is that they're lazy.
Niggas.
A lot of niggas
saying that they're lazy. Niggas. Guys, listen, I understand your energy, but you're trying to motivate men, and you sound like a man. Guys refuse to deal with ratchet black woman like her.
Couldn't agree more.
She's a man. Stop calling man. You are a man.
Can't think. If you don't know how to do something, start a business, become an employee, or become a CEO, read a book. Niggas built boats, computers, cars, planes. Use your blugada. I'm tired. I feel like we just keep making excuses for lazy behavior.
Are we blind?
Like, women do everything to make themselves better, and men just want an excuse for the bare minimum. Read a book. Go to a coaching course. Go to school. Figure out a problem in the world you want to solve. That's how you become rich and join the 10%. If not, you're going to die alone. I just want you guys to know that. Yes, you will die alone as a man. You will die alone.
And talking like that, you don't think you will die alone? Acting like that, you don't think you'll die alone? Right? Because that doesn't just go away. You get with a man, whatever you got, you say you got your money. You make $1 million a year, but you still can't keep a man. Why is that? That attitude. I'm not saying you can't get a man for the time being, but me? Man, look, I refuse to date a woman who talks like that. You notice right away I said that? Oh, every video, I know you guys notice. Yeah, Jay always points that out when girls say nigga. I do. I hate it. It drives me crazy. It goes through my skin and bones, and it like rots me out from the inside out. It's like, ugh, I hate it.
Ladies, y'all ever see a really attractive man? I'm talking about tall, dark, handsome, financially stable, and he with a real unattractive woman. Or not to say it like that. I mean, like, for lack of better words, like a woman that's not conventionally attractive, because I'm not here to tear down anybody, honestly. But I mean, come on now. If we being honest here, this is America. We've heard and said worse. If y'all ever wanted that, y'all have to think about how a lot of men think, right? A lot of men have this unspoken, thing they live by. Like, and I feel like us women do it too if you smart, right? A lot of men will go for the woman that likes them instead of the woman that they like, right? So I'm gonna put it like this. That's why a lot of men have side bitches, but they're not gonna leave Respucia at home. You know what I'm saying? So the woman at home is head over heels in love with them. They know that they can always run back to her no matter what they do. They can keep doing the same over and over again and still convince her it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? They know that, she not going to question them, or maybe if she does, she may get mad, but, she'll accept the bare minimum for them to get their foot back in the door. They know that that's everlasting. They want the family life for the look and the image, and they just feel like their biological clock was ticking, and they want to marry this bitch. And honestly, it's cheaper to keep it if they done had kids with her and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They got that family life at home for when they want to play house with their wife. But on the side, they got the bitch that they really like, or they still in love with an ex from the past, the one that got the good coochie, the one that's a hoe, but that doesn't look well to bring around the family functions and bring to the work conventions and like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of these men will settle for a woman that they're not even attracted to physically, emotionally, and nothing like that. That's why you see so many women in these relationships with these men that always complain and crying and wonder why because he probably don't even like you. And honestly, you can grow to love someone, but that don't mean you still like them. You can love somebody you're not attracted to.
She's explaining the worst of the worst. Like there are millions of situations like that when it's not, because not a lot of guys got it like that, right? Where did she get that from? What is she watching? You see that on TV. You see that on Tyler Perry movies. Like guys are not doing that nowadays. You have certain guys who are idiotic that are doing these things, who look at things and wants to still deal with the girl that has the good snatch. That's nothing to me. Cause you could suck good and you could good doesn't mean it's good. And that's real.
Honestly, sometimes y'all just good women and they just don't want to let y'all go. Y'all once in a lifetime, or they found them a good dummy. That's how men be thinking. This y'all be, I cook, I clean, I this and I this, and he treats you like trash because he doesn't like you. Boom. You know what I'm saying? The girl he really liked, he still, it should have been you. You should have been my wife. You should have had my baby girl back. You should have seen all my inboxes that I got around Mercury retrograde. Stop playing with me. These men be in full-blown marriages, relationships, and then you have the women that be the good women that be sitting at home. He pays my bills. Well, at least he does this. Well, at least he does that. Your man out here eating people's ass and coming to the door and giving you a French kiss. Not a pet. So I mean, that really...
So she took it personal. Like she sounded like she's had somebody's husband. Cause she said, oh yeah, they be contacting me. Man, she doesn't know how bad that looks. The way she said it. I had this guy contact me and you just don't know. Like, what do you do? Breaking up happy homes? Like, seriously, tell me more.
Men be wanting you to compete for a spot in their life like they a bad something. What's going on?
If the man you wanted was actually in your vicinity, you would compete for him. And you would compete hard. Some of the worst actions we've ever seen from women were over a man. Alabama Barker and Bad Baby dropping viral diss tracks, including Kanye West in it, over some dick. If Mr. 6'5", mega millionaire, even billionaire, super provider wants to spend all his money on you because it makes him happy to spend his money on you, meat, big and thick, makes you come multiple times when y'all have sex, eat the cat for the fun of it, emotionally intelligent, actually intelligent, incredibly masculine, everything y'all say y'all want, you would compete for him. And you know what? This video right here, it just exemplifies the top tier delusion of women on TikTok. Because in real life, all women do is compete for men.
Yep.
Your whole lives revolve around it. You won't even get up and go get no money for yourself. You would rather listen to pink pill podcasters about how to get a rich man. And when you hear these clips of like women like Shira and all these other women talking like, you gotta do this and you gotta do that, you gotta be ready for this, you're gonna have to deal with that. I would imagine it would be easier to build a multi-million-dollar company than to bag a man who has.
Yep.
But no, your life is centered around free dick. That's crazy. Y'all think that, oh my God. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get away from this side of TikTok. I gotta go.
Yeah. I feel them. But that's what everything is nowadays. Because all you're doing is competing. Like, what's wild? They recently got upset with us, the Password Bros. And it's like, no. Overseas woman in your own country, every woman is competition. The world is on a grand scale. Everything is universal now. Everything is out in the open now. You have to compete, and you have to compete well. So making TikToks like that, saying these men think they bad, How do you think that looks on you? I told you. I told you. I'm telling you guys, start getting their pictures. I'm gonna shout at every video now. Get their pictures and look up and do an image search. You can actually pay for an image search. It's very inexpensive, probably like around $50 to $100. Do an image search and search everywhere that woman's been. And if you find a TikTok and she's talking like that, and you about to marry her,
Run.
run.
I was raised to put myself together on a daily basis consistently. It don't even matter if you're not going nowhere. You get up, take a bath, put your face together. Even if you put some Vaseline or something on and you in the house, you put yourself together. You don't just sit around your house looking like nothing all day. You especially don't go outside of your freaking house and look a mess. I'm sorry, y'all, but we got to do better. As women, ain't no way you're walking at your house looking a fool, looking like you just rolled up out the bed and this. I don't care. I don't even want to hear it. Do better. We have to get in the habit of putting ourselves together on a consistent basis. It does take a little more time, but you owe yourself that much more time. So don't say you don't got time for it.
Yeah, I could imagine. Like, could you imagine a man, you're a woman, you're a stay-at-home wife, and then the man comes home and you're wearing the same thing you wore when he left in the morning? Especially if you're in a situation like that, change up. When that man comes home, have on that lingerie, and please give him pleasure to his eyes. That's how you're gonna keep your man. I took it further. I say, especially if you're in a situation like that, please touch me, tease me, kill me and caress me. I forgot. Hold me tight and don't let go. Baby, I'm about to explode. What's that song? Cause all your love. Let me get.
Have you ever wondered why the people closest to you don't support you when you start something new, like launching a business, switching careers, or even just like chasing your dreams? It's easy to say they're jealous. It's easy to say that they're haters. But more often than not, it's deeper than that. It's psychological, especially if you come from the same background, the same struggle, the same limitations. That's not just inspiring to people. That can be very triggering because now you're a mirror and you reflect back what they could have done had they made different choices. And that's uncomfortable for most people. You become a reminder of the version of themselves that they abandoned. The version that wanted more but didn't feel brave enough to go after it, that didn't feel supported, that didn't believe that they were worthy. And instead of dealing with it directly, people cope in subtle ways. This is where cognitive dissonance comes in. That's the internal conflict someone feels when their current reality is challenged by a new truth. Maybe they've been telling themselves for years that people like you or people from your environment don't make it, that success is not realistic, that visibility is for other people, not for you, not for them. And now you're proof that these beliefs were not facts. They're just their fears. And now they got to either face that or reject you. So instead of clapping for you, they fall silent. Instead of supporting you, they become distant. Or worse, they become what many people call monitoring spirits. They watch everything you post, every move you make, never like, never engage, never share. And no, this does not mean that everyone who watches you and who doesn't engage is secretly hating. Okay, some people just consume content passively. That's normal. But when it's someone close to you, someone who used to show love, someone who used to engage, who used to be vocal, and now they're silent while still watching, that is not random. That's avoidance, and that's discomfort showing up as distance. Because deep down, it's not just that they don't like what you do, it's that they don't like what it brings up in them. When people come from the same starting point as you, your growth makes it harder for them to hide behind excuses. It exposes the fact that they had the same tools, the same environment, maybe even more resources than you had, and they still chose comfort. They still chose fear. They still chose to shrink themselves and play small. Not everyone is going to applaud.
Like, I hear what she's saying, and I'm so cold with it. I could care less if somebody's watching me on my past and they haven't got it together. You know, I was the kind of guy I always try to pull everybody in everything I do, and I will always be the same. So they can always come and ask me, and if they don't want, just watch me. I mean, I don't look at it like, oh, you're a silent hater. I don't look at things that deep. I'm too old. I understand what she's doing. She's making great content. This is something a lot of people need to hear. But I say even better. Don't focus on what this one is thinking. That one from my past, I always been a mover and a shaker my entire life, and I keep on spinning and keep the world churning. And I'm like Tina Turner, primary, keep on churning, rolling, rolling, rolling. I'm gonna keep rolling down the river, rolling on the river. I'm like a tidal wave. I just keep going. I'm like an avalanche. I come down, and depending on how I come, when I hit a certain part of the mountain, I come faster. And no matter what, once I fast enough, I keep going. I don't stop. And you got to have that energy, right? You got to have that. And what develops that energy is being fit, doing things, trying things and failing and trying again and failing, and then keep trying and then keep going. And then don't care what people, like what she's saying. I don't care about that. You got to have the attitude, the energy. I don't care about that. Keep pushing.
Your evolution, especially when your evolution highlights their stagnation. But your path is not meant to be validated by people who are still avoiding their own growth. The support you're looking for may not come from the people that you started with, but it will come.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. And also, too, I'm not looking for people to support me. I'm not. Somebody could tell me you can't do it. If they say that, you already know what I got to say to that.
Men are always going to choose themselves. Men are always going to choose themselves. They're always going to choose the option that benefits them the most. Crash out today. Crash out today. And not in a way that's going to negatively impact your life. Not in a way that sends you to jail or gets you charges, right? But if a good cussing out is deserved, do it. Say the thing. Get your feelings out. And then move on and never talk to that person again. Because guess what? He's still going to choose the thing that benefits him the most. Crash out. Crash out. Okay? I crashed out, and then I'm about to go do 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. It's going to be a good day.
No, don't crash out. Just get on the Stairmaster. Oh, man. What? Don't take that advice. Don't crash out. Ignore and get on it. Same thing as the last woman, right? But different. Same thing, different circumstances. Just hit the gym and pump weight, or either pump weight or hit the Stairmaster, whatever. Take a class, you know, a cardio class or aerobics class. Do something. Don't crash out. Don't think about somebody hating on you. Just get busy and get money.
I definitely saw that video and again was a little bit triggered. I might have to block this creator, which I don't want to do because I love her content, like just looking at it. But I noticed that she had missed an event yesterday because she was so distraught about this, like, I guess, revelation that she really does need to end things with this guy. And it took me back to, like, when I was with my ex, I was just starting content creation, like, trying to really, I was grinding so much, like, making content on the weekends because I was working full time. And he just would never help, never take pictures, him and Hall. When I started dating my husband, he came to, like, the first photo shoot that I had for a campaign, like, right after we started dating. And when we were leaving, he helped. He, like, carried the clothes, carried the clothing rack, stayed the whole time, got behind the scenes footage. And I remember Michael was like, who takes your pictures normally? Like, how do you get your pictures? And I was like, well, I kind of have to, like, pay this photographer or get, like, a friend to do it because my brother's away at college and he was the one who used to take my pictures. And he was like, well, I'll take your pictures whenever because, like, we're always together and I really want to help you. Like, I think you're really good at this. I was making zero money at the time, okay? So it wasn't because he, like, saw the bag or whatever. It was literally because he saw that I was passionate about it, thought I was good at it, and he wanted to help me. That's literally it. And I say this about relationships and friendships. I don't know if you've ever been in a bad, I guess, friendship, relationship, whatever. And when you leave that situation, it's almost like the opportunities come almost tenfold. Okay. Like all of a sudden you just experience this level of abundance that you really haven't experienced. And I swear to you, it's because the energy you have around you. When you have somebody around you that is not happy for you or is talking down to you or uses like limited language or is just really like chipping away at your self-esteem, I feel like you really lower your energy and you like really kind of like close yourself off, obviously like dim your light, and the opportunities don't come as much. And I promise you, I've seen this with friends too. As soon as I cut them off, this opportunity, that opportunity, this job, like this raise, this advancement at my job. Be mindful of the energy you have around you, because already last night she was like thinking about not going to the CFDA award like after party. Why would you miss that? It's like, even with this person, y'all not even in a good place, it's like you are even considering not taking an opportunity or doing something you really want to do, right? So that's the thing. It's like you can tell when a situation is not right. I think a lot of times we tell ourselves like, oh no, like we just need this, we just need that. Relationships are not supposed to be that hard. They're hard, but like not that hard in that way. Okay? Like it's not supposed to be hard in the sense that like you want someone to appreciate you or you want them to be a good person. It's hard in that, you know, you got to make some type of compromises, like maybe you might want to live or kid or something like that. Not like day to day just happiness. That's not the hard part.
I mean, she got lucky. She got a husband that supports her. I got lucky that way as well. I got a wife that supports me. And she's right. You know, some people, you can tell they don't have an attraction energy. What I mean by that, they don't attract, right? They don't attract good things because they're not good people. They, like when you're flowing, what she's explaining is you get in the flow. And when you get in a flow, everything just clicks, everything just works. And it's God also, it's you not letting negative energy around you. And after a while, it's just everything just comes to you. But yeah, definitely. You can't look at negative people, listen to negative people. That right there will mess up your flow. Exactly like she said, the creator she listens to, something bad happens. She said, I'm not going to go to an event. Like, that's what you do. That going to that event could possibly help you make more money. You could find the opportunity, find somebody who maybe likes you, that watches your stuff and wants to give you an endorsement deal that's worth millions of dollars. That's what she's talking about. That's why she's not going to watch the creator no more. I understand it.
I literally just sent a message to my friend group chat and was like, I hope men can't see me. Like, and context on what I mean is like, you know how when you've been single for a long time, for me, it's like been my whole life, like 24 years now, almost 25 next week, and been single forever. And there was a time in my life, especially before I was saved, where that was like so upsetting to me. After I became saved, I was like, you know, I'm still kind of upset, but I feel like now that God has helped me to like decenter men and like kind of detach a little bit more, I've been really content. And I just don't know what it is about when you become more content in your singleness, or when you are just okay, like you don't want anyone, like you're just like on God's timing, but if it doesn't happen, it's fine. I just feel like that brings, like, just men start coming out of the woodworks. They just start coming out of everywhere, and it's like almost like the veil that was on, like, I just feel like the veil that God uses to like kind of cover you, like there was a time in my life where I felt like literally men could not see me. Like I just feel like God had me so hidden that no matter how much I tried, nothing was happening to me in that area of my life. Like no one was coming up to me, no one.
You know what happened to her? Because I'm going to cut it short because she's going to talk for like another 5-6 minutes. She was desperate, and a lot of these women are desperate nowadays. And she was desperate because as she's explaining, she never had a man, but now she's comfortable. She doesn't care. And it's like that with everything. When you don't care, things just come to you because you're not desperate. When you're desperate, you have a look on your face. I'm looking at your face right now. You look like you're glowing. So that's why men are attracted to you. because you're glowing. You can see the light on your face. You're radiating, right? You can see even the way she's talking. You're attracting exactly like the other woman was explaining. And you're not desperate. You're in your calling, right? You understand you need to be hidden in God. You wasn't being hidden by God, maybe from negative things coming to you that can possibly kill you or cause you harm. Or maybe he could have blocked you from some men that have caused you harm. It probably did, especially if you're a virgin. Yes. She has no idea, boy. It's wild out there. But yeah, it's probably for your best bet. Maybe you need to find that square. Yes, I repeat. You need to find that square in the church, or that's what I suggested to girl. Talk to your elders around you. Find that square. Maybe he has a good job to himself, right? Like, I'll give you an example. My son is somewhat of a square. If he was older, I would say date my son. Why? That boy is such a square. I love him to death. I love him to death, but that's what it is. You need to date that nice guy that you would think you would say is too nice. Don't think that way. Don't be the modern woman. Don't jump into that mindset. You can be saved. And what I mean by that is not dating Chad and Tyrone. Saved that way. The guy that's going to do you dirty. The guy that's going to use you, abuse you. And she's so virgin minded, not even just a virgin, that she wouldn't even know. Yeah, you probably are being hidden. And it's probably best that way. Best to stay that way.
Man, that I have 5 kids and a man at home who won't marry me. I usually go walking at the trail by my house, but the grass is overgrown a lot. I saw a huge snake over there the other day. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start walking at the park by my house instead. And so I'm over here yesterday. I'm walking. I try to do 3 miles every day, so it usually takes me about an hour. This guy pulls up. He looks to be about in his 40s, and so I'm like still walking, whatever. About 20 minutes later, he like walks up beside me, and I'm thinking he's gonna like walk past me, and instead he kind of like lingers near me, and then I look up and he's like looking at me. So I turn my music off and I'm like, hey, and he's like, oh, you were walking so fast, I was trying to catch up to you. I was like, okay. He's like, where did you graduate high school from? And I was like, what year did you graduate high school, sir? And he was like, oh, no, it wouldn't have been with me, but I have kids. Why are you talking to someone who your kids could have graduated high school with? So I told him where I went to high school, whatever. Also, before he asked me where I went to high school, he was like, you look so familiar. Do I know you? No. And you know that I don't know you, and you don't know me.
But the man said, but I have kids. He could have been trying to sexual one of his sons. Like, I'm waiting to hear where he said he was attracted to you or something like that. I don't hear it yet. It sounds like an older guy that thought you look cute and probably was trying to say, let me hear her out, all right? Let me listen to her.
Anyway, so then he goes on to talk about how good I look, and he's like, you're so pretty. I bet you get that all the time. I'm like, yeah, I do.
No, he's
flirting. He's like, you look so good. I saw you when I first pulled up.
He's
Your
flirting.
body looks so good, but I had to make sure the face looked good too. Oh yeah, most people only look at the body, but I had to make sure the face is good too. I don't just care about the body. And I'm like, okay. So he's just going on, and I'm literally not giving him anything back. Like, he'll say something and I'll be like, okay, or cool, and he'll like throw his head back laughing. You're so funny. What? Okay. So yada. Then he's like, how old are you? And I'm like, I'm pushing 30. And he's like, oh, no way. I would have thought you were 21. Why are you talking to me if you thought I was 21? Then he's like, I'm 47. I'm thinking, I didn't ask. He's like, where's your man? I'm like, he's at home. He's like, oh, if I was your man, I would be here with you, yada. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, don't tell me you have any kids. Not that it would matter anyway, because you don't have a chance with me. And I'm like, I have 5. And he's like, you have 5 kids? Oh, I don't believe you. Show me a picture. I was like, I'm not showing you a picture of my kids. I don't have a man or kids. Like, you have 5 kids and you look like that. Oh my God. Yada, yada, yada.
Here gets
Then he's like, are y'all at least married? And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I'm not. We're not married. And then he's like, oh, no, you're too pretty for that. I'm like, I know, I get that all the time. He's like, are all 5 of your kids with your current man? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, no, you're not leaving him. And I'm like, I guess not. I really try to get like 10,000 steps in a day, but at this point, it was like getting kind of dark and people were kind of starting to leave the park. And I didn't want to be stuck here with him, obviously. So I'm like, okay, I have to go. So that makes 2 times this week that I had to cut my walk short to avoid a big black snake.
She's lying.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get my walk in today and hopefully this man is not here. Pray for me.
All right, so I think she's lying because she said she usually gets in 10,000 steps a day in 3 hours, right? So and the guy said she was walking fast. Yes, I'm weird like that. I'm computing in my brain. 10,000 steps. Let me see. If I walk, 1 second, guys. I gotta search this. 1 second. Let me pause this for a while.
You don't know how to wipe your butt properly, but you want to fight to do whatever you want to do. Like, make it make sense. I just could not be quiet on this because this is a real issue. This is a real problem that I've spoken about before when it comes to women and their feminine hygiene care and the lack of care, right? I saw the video of the waxer talking about how women, and this is something that waxers have came out and talked about before, about how women are laying on their tables with feces in their private areas, toilet paper, like bodily fluids, just nasty. But these are the same women who fight to say, I could do whatever I want to do, wear whatever I want to wear, just have this very I could do whatever I want mentality, but don't know how to properly take care of their bodies. They stink. They have odors, but want to have the latest designer. They want to brag about how they get this, they get that, but you have tissue and poop in your butt and you want somebody to wax your behind. We need to do better as women. We cannot be putting a full face of makeup on with poop stuck in our butt.
Oh, very ew.
Like, we have to stop. Seriously.